if I'm sending you 5 1-minute voice memos, that's 5 minutes. So why? Hold on, let me send another one. No.
Hey everyone, welcome to Getting Ready Today. We have the wonderful, beautiful Aisha Jackson with us today. Coming from The Great Gatsby on Broadway, where you are starring as Daisy Buchanan.
A little day for the people.
I have to thank you so much for our beautiful table dressing, our gorgeous flowers. Thank you so much.
Of course, you're welcome. I love flowers, and so I moonlight as a floral arranger. No, I'm just playing. I wish I could though. Every Wednesday, there's a vase next to me at my station, and then there is one as you enter the foyer of the dressing room. We have a nice little floral arrangement as you enter the space. So I always get flowers for myself, and since I was coming to see you today, I thought I would give you some.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for my flowers.
Of course, you're welcome.
Do you have a favorite flower?
I like the peach colored roses.
Oh, yeah.
Those are really pretty. So I try to get those sometimes, but I mix it up.
Tell us a little bit about the flower of Broadway, Daisy Buchanan.
The absolute rose.
Yes.
She knows how to dress down, okay? Have you seen her costumes? Tony winning. But no, I think she's a quite complex human. I think we find her at this crossroad of being displeased with her current marriage and her situation, and then she realizes that her old boo is living across the way. Do I have an affair like my husband is doing to me right now?
Well, she's trying to have some agency, right?
Correct.
I was wondering if we could play a little relationship. Red light, green light? It has a red flag, green flag. Okay,
for Daisy Buchanan or for Aisha Jackson?
For Aisha Jackson.
Okay, great. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay, so someone who doesn't have much of a social media presence.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Okay. So
that's not a red or green light, because I know that's not everybody's vibe.
Totally.
As long as they don't mind me sharing them on my social media, we're fine.
I have Instagram. You'll notice that there are no posts found.
Zero?
Zero.
If I look you up, you have no posts.
Look me up.
But you have a page.
I have a page.
Huh.
I'm a stories girl. I'm living.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, how about being slow to text back?
Okay. That is it's not a complete red flag, but I don't love it. I can't say that I'm not guilty of doing the same thing sometimes.
Totally.
Anybody that texts me on a Thursday, that's our 2-show day, I might not get back to you until the next day. But I don't know, but if that's my man, I want you to text me back.
Yeah.
Or a voice memo.
What do you think is the longest voice memo you've ever sent?
That I've ever sent?
That you've ever sent.
I'll say 5 minutes, because once it gets past that, you just need to pick up the phone and call them. But I have received voice memos that have been 7 to 9 minutes, and I look at them and I'm like, I'm not listening to that. I'm just not.
Yeah, I know somebody whose rule is no longer than a minute. And it can be many. It can be many.
But see, that doesn't make sense. If I'm sending you 5 1-minute voice memos, that's 5 minutes. So why? Hold on, let me send another one. No, just just press, talk, do what you're doing, and then send it. And then you listen to it as you're doing things around the house.
Yeah.
That is so annoying. I don't know who you are. It's you?
It's you.
Oh my goodness, Jeffrey, seriously?
Okay, let's do one more green light, red light. How about someone with a lot of friends of the opposite sex?
See, now I can't judge that because I got a lot of friends of the opposite sex.
Period.
So I can't be mad at it. But what you doing with them friends, that's my concern. Are they just
benefits?
Friends?
Yeah.
If they're just friends, then cool. But, if I start to see y'all get a little too close, we're going to have a conversation. But I think in theater, especially, I don't know, maybe this is wrong, but I think we are more comfortable with our partners having friends of opposite sex.
Particularly people who work in theater, who work in the arts?
So. Yeah.
What do you attribute that to? Why do you think that is?
Because we're at work with so many different types of gender identifying people.
Yeah.
And so it's I'm not going to be friends with you because, I I can't because my man would be mad. No, we're just friends. If there's more than that, then we gotta have a chit chat.
How are you chit-chatting with your man about that?
You like her? Or no?
Are you being
Do you
normal?
think men are abnormal?
I think men are. I think men are being a little abnormal on Maine, as the kids say. Has your understanding of Daisy deepened or evolved the longer that you've been in the role?
I think so. I think Daisy is witty and she's quick with her responses to different things. Like, she has a few little spicy lines that to me make me feel like she's not as like soft and, she is demure, but like, she's not as soft as she might present to be because she's like continuously poking fun at Tom, calling him a brute. And she knows that like grinds his gears. So she's finding little ways that she can like push him to the edge but not tip him over. Because again, those are the little things she can control, right? She's the belle of the ball, baby. So I do love like sitting in that. I think she has this very sexy, powerful, feminine energy to her, and I love to like tap into that each day and figure out, like, I have a little walk that I do for her in my heels.
I know
just
we're
a little
sitting,
swish
but,
in the hips, just a little something, long strides.
You did so many things on stage that made me smile. But you did one thing technically off stage that really made me smile. You gave such a beautiful shout out to the Queens, Audra McDonald and Keisha Lewis, in your bio.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Like, I don't think that I would be here without people like them. So I think always trying to find ways to honor them. I have a Black Excellence wall in my dressing room when you enter in the front hall, and I have Lilius on there, Lilius White, Audra McDonald, LaShawns, Anika Noni Rose, Josephine Baker, Florence Mills, Bessie Smith, because Bessie, Florence, and Josephine were all performers of the 20s, Black performers back then. Then I have like my mom and my sister. But all the people that have inspired me on my journey as a Black woman in theater, and I think that their presence and existence is very important, and I try to shine my light on Broadway so that young girls, my little chocolate drops as I call them, see themselves represented on stage and in different shows. Wait, and what look are you giving us today?
I was gonna do I have my Brandy.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
Come on.
That movie has a huge impact on my life.
Oh, yeah.
That movie.
Mine too.
Tell me about
See
it.
the Black Cinderella? Come on, babes. Brandy and the Queen, Whitney Houston.
I know.
I'm obsessed with Whitney Houston. The only thing I'm mad about is the fact that they didn't get an album.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, what's that about?
Oh, I know.
And can't we just like make one out of the movie somehow, please?
I'm a Bernadette Peters fan.
Baby, I
Like
met
you
her
wouldn't believe.
on 72nd Street. I used to work at the Capizio. On 66. I don't know if it's still there. That's my first job when I moved here. And, I didn't bring my tweezers.
I have tweezers.
But she was like by the 72nd Street, wait, I have to clean these with sanitizer. We're gonna be clean. But she was walking her dog on 72nd and I saw her hair.
You've done a lot of like workshops.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I did the workshops for Great Gatsby. I did workshops for Ain't Too Proud, for Suffs when it was called the Suffragists, Secret Life of Bees, Once Upon a One More Time, How Joey, Little Miss Perfect. I think it's going to Olney Center this spring. Yeah, go see it. But yeah, it's really cool to be able to get to do developmental work. You meet a lot of different people and you get to kind of take part in the foundational building of some of these characters and these stories, which is really special. Like, I love being able to go to Ain't Too Proud and see my friends killing it, and also know that like I had a little something to do with that, making its way here. Even though you don't always get to like do it on Broadway, I still think it's pretty cool that you get to contribute in some way on the journey.
On Broadway, the roles that you've had, starting with making history in Frozen.
Yeah.
Yes, you have been able to realize some of these reimaginings, right? You're reimagining how we see Anna, you're reimagining
Yeah.
how we see
Snow White,
how we see Daisy.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what that means to you.
I think it's very important. I think that I've had this discussion before about these characters are already beloved, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even like Middle Alley in The Notebook even got to reimagine who Allie is and just, I think, really show that like love is universal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But in these different characters that I get to bring to life, it's really cool because they're already loved. Like, people love Snow White, people love Anna, and then I get to share share my interpretation with a demographic who doesn't often get to see themselves in these beloved characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to just show the relatability of these characters that transcends race, which is cool. But then I also get to add my blackness to it as well. So I think it's important, and I think it's special. I remember going on for Anna the first time, and like someone in the audience being like, this little girl screamed when I came out and was like, "Mommy, she looks like me." And I started.
Could you hear that?
I started crying. I couldn't hear it, but the patron heard it because they were sitting next to her, and so they told me like after the show, and I started crying, and I was just like, that's what it's all about. And for me personally, I've always prayed that I get to use my gifts to inspire others and to bring joy, and also just to continue to make space for Black women to shine bright on Broadway. And all of those opportunities have allowed me to do that. And to open the minds of people as well, because I've had patrons be like, "I didn't think that Anna could be Black, but after I saw you do it, I was like, bet." And I'm like, I don't know why you sent me that message, but I'm so happy that you feel that way.
You are also a producer
Yes.
at Love and Light Productions.
Yes.
Tell me
I'm
a little
so
bit.
loud.
No, you're enthusiastic, you're joyful, we love it.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what producing has informed you about performing. Have you learned anything about being a performer from stepping into the role?
Performers don't like to answer emails. It takes a lot to plan a concert. So Love and Light Productions was birthed from this desire to create concerts, specifically for the Black community, but for everyone. But most importantly, I would always go to these Black History Month concerts, and like everyone on stage would be Black, but like nobody behind the scenes would be Black, and nobody hosting it would be Black. And so I'm like, this is nice that you're making space, but I think we can make a little bit more space. Mm-hmm. And so I just built Love and Light on the pillars of like community, accessibility, and representation. Get in the car with us. Let's take a ride. And so I do this annual Black History Month concert. It's called Black Excellence on Broadway. I choose these beautiful performers who are currently on Broadway to honor and give flowers to those who came before us, because I think it's important to pay homage to those who paved the way for us. And so we've gotten to honor Lillias White and Norm Lewis, LaShawne's, Chuck Cooper. Chuck Cooper came the first year. Antoine Smith honored Chuck Cooper, and he was just like overjoyed. And the joy that I saw in his eyes and his words that he shared with me after the show, I was like, okay, this is a beautiful concert, and we're gonna keep it going. And I just want to continue to grow it so that it can be like a full production. And right now we honor performers like on stage, but I want to honor the Black crew. I want to honor like the orchestra members. I want to honor playwrights. I want to honor choreographers. So it'll continue to grow. And so we try to put on different concerts for our Black community and make them feel seen and represented and uplifted, safe, heard, all those things.
I wanna
must
find
say.
out who invented a lash curler. I would assume it's a woman.
Oh yeah,
I would assume, and I would hope it's a woman.
you would assume,
I would
you
assume,
might be wrong.
but I might be wrong. It is one of those devices, though, that we use as women that it's like, I don't know if this is perfect.
I don't use that.
You don't use this. What do? You just your lashes are naturally.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. And I like to wear a lash. I like to put a lash on, so I don't know. You curl your own and you put on a lash, or you just curl your own?
I don't have a lot of patience and time for lashes.
Oh, I love a lash.
You love a lash?
I love a lash.
That's when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
That's
it
the
changes
cherry
the
on top.
whole, like, it just elevates everything. So yeah,
I'm happy for you and your lashes.
I'm sorry.
For you.
I'll spend the time to put a lash
okay.
on, and you spend the time to curl.
Yeah, and I'll spend the time to curl it, and we'll meet in the middle.
We're all different.
We'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
We're all different. So it's been about 10 years since your Broadway debut.
Yes, and Beautiful the Carole King musical. Fun fact: Jason Howland, Stephen Koppel, and Mark Bruni.
Oh!
It's my Broadway debut, and the Great Gatsby.
What was that full circle moment like then?
Very cool. Yeah, during one of the readings, I realized it, and I was like, oh my God, we have to take a picture together. So we have a picture with the three of us just smiling. But it's great, and it goes to show that, like, you know, when you show up, you do your gig, you're professional, you're respectful, you shine your light, like, people will continue to work with you. You're hardworking, you know, and I think that's like, you know, being able to work with them again has been really cool. So yeah, I covered 6 different ladies over in Beautiful the Carole King musical.
Wow. Yeah. 6 ladies.
Wow. Lots of information, lots of harmonies, tight
How do you
harmonies.
manage all of that? How do you keep all that straight in your brain?
I had little index cards that have, you know, the little ring on them, the hook that I could put backstage for each track. You know, you memorize all the different cues, you memorize the lines, and then you just go with it. I think I'm grateful because I have swing brain. Not everybody has it. I think it is a special tool.
Tell me about swing brain. How do you know you have that?
When you can keep all of those parts in your brain, because I have witnessed people who are not great at swinging, and I know people who are like, no, I could never do that.
Yeah.
I can learn one part and that's it. But I think you have swing brain when you have the capacity to learn multiple parts and keep them aligned. It is always funny though, like when you go on for one part and you hear your cue for something else, and you have
do you have like muscle memory?
Who am I? That's not my cue today. So that's always cool. And then I've had the moments where, like, I was sitting at the back of the theater watching the show to, like, you know, take notes for a part that I was about to do for a week. Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, I'm in the back row, and my stage manager and my wardrobe supervisor come and grab me, and they're like, hey, you're on. And I had left my phone backstage, and they were paging me backstage, so I didn't know. So they come and grab me, and they're like, come on, we've got to make sure you make your entrance before she speaks, like, in her role. Like,
sure.
Because she's ensemble, but she also plays Janelle. So before we know who she is, we need you to get back there. And I go back, and I already had on makeup, but I, like, throw on the wig, the costume, everything. And then I'm like, will you still love me tomorrow? And I'm looking at the chair that I was just sitting in. Like, nobody in this audience knows, like, 20 minutes ago I was sitting with them. So I think swinging can be a lot of fun. I think standing by has been a big part of my my Broadway career, and that is a beast of its own. After swinging, though, I was like, okay, I'm cool to cover, but just one part, because it's anxiety-inducing as well. Standing by for Joaquina Kalunkango in Paradise Square. Fun fact, we went to high school together.
No way!
And I understudied her in Aida in high school. And that was the show that I realized that I wanted to pursue musical theater and pursue Broadway. From going to understudying her in college to being able to, like, stand by for her on Broadway. And at that point in life, I was like, I'm not standing by anymore. But then it was Jason Howland and it was Joaquina. And so I said yes.
Okay, so now y'all have to do Aida on Broadway.
Oh, baby. I would love to do Aida on Broadway. Are you kidding me? I've said this in a couple interviews.
Make it happen. Like, let's go.
Disney, Tom,
hello.
and hi. I can do it. I'm ready. I'm off book. But no, Heather Headley, oh my goodness. Such an inspiration. And then I got to see her. Did you see her do Into the Woods? I was like a kid at a candy store.
Yes.
I was on the edge.
Gobbling it all up.
I was on the edge of my seat. I have never been so excited to see someone perform live. And I was just like, Heather. There was this little kid sitting next to me, and I was like, are you excited?
Do you even know what's happening right now?
I was like, do you understand the history you're witnessing?
I know you grew up singing in church.
Yes.
And I was just wondering if you could speak a little bit to the role of your faith in your life.
Oh, yeah, for
in your
sure.
life as a performer.
Yeah, my faith definitely grounds me as a human and as a performer, and I incorporate it in everything that I do. I consider my voice to be a gift from God, and one of the gifts that I get to use on stage. I pray every day before the show. When you see, for this show, it's at different times for each show. But for this one, like when you see me come out with the magazine on the couch, before you see my face, I'm behind the magazine praying. And it kind of just releases anxiety and worry and doubt because, you know, sometimes we have that. And I think it's important to try and release that and just like give the show over to God for me. And then I'm able to just, you know, move and have my being and have fun. But yeah, my faith informs the different types of jobs I take.
Does it?
Yeah, I pray about different auditions and different gigs, and I've had the opportunity sometimes to have like 2 offers at the same time, and I'm like, which one? What is for me and like what's not? And I think sometimes we get those offers and they teach us something. I also have to lean on my faith when I get rejected for jobs. But I know that like no's can also be protection. So I try to remember that, and it keeps me level-headed. But yeah, and I thank God in my vows every night. A little kiss up to God and to my guardian angels. But yeah, it's a big part of my day-to-day. Yeah, I check in with God before I do anything. And it helps me to live the day choosing joy and living in gratitude. Yeah, which is important. And it's hard out here. So God keeps me level-headed
stay
and
grounded somehow, and also feel validated that you're on your right path. Right?
Yeah. That I'm aligned and that I'm walking in purpose and in a calling that is like greater than me. You know. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
Of course.
I have had the most fun with you getting ready. This has been fabulous.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Oh my God, of course. I hope you feel ready to take on your week of shows.
Here we go.
Yes. Before you go, if you could please do me the kindness of signing our Getting Ready mirror.
Ooh.
Bless all future beats.
Wow. All future beats. Okay, let me see. Here we go.
There's space.
Do you care if I...
No,
Okay.
I think interpret it. It's your signature. It's your mark on the mirror.
Uh-oh.
No, don't say oh. It's perfect.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's perfect. I think that might wipe off, but it's great.
No, it's great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Thank you.
Here you go.
And then if you could please sign 1 or 2 or 3, however many you feel called to.
Yes.
Great Gatsby Playbills.
Where are these going?
My desk.
Ooh. My desk.
My desk.
How many playbills do you have on your desk?
A lot.
Yes.
No, we participate in Broadway Theatre. Okay.
Ooh.
So, Aisha, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
This
me.
was beautiful. I feel compelled. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like compelled to hug you.
Oh, give
is
me
that cool?
hugs.
Okay,